The United States Air Force, considered the cleanest arm of the military, the gentleman's choice. Members are seen as highly trained, the cream of the crop, who spend most of their time flying very slick and sophisticated machinery.
And because that image is so good, the Air Force today has no problem with recruiting. In fact, the problem is they have to turn away some highly qualified students. Right now, 95% of the Air Force recruits are high school graduates. So the problem for the Air Force is not in the beginning, but rather down the road.
Unlike the rest of the service, the Air Force doesn't accept Category 4, so the majority of enlistees can be trained to do technical jobs. A recruit then, let's say, in for 8 to 10 years becomes highly efficient in aeronautics or computer science at the expense of the federal government. It is then that he or she becomes a prime target for private industry, and the Air Force today is losing too many good people to the likes of IBM and Lockheed.
The civilian industry are after these people. Our last pay raise is an indication of what we're trying to do to solve this problem. We've targeted a nice pay raise towards that year group between 8 and 12 years and try to retain these technicians that we've brought from ground floor up to the professional level they are.
Air Force recruiters say the pay hike is working, but admit it still hasn't plugged the hole. Dr. Ed Lenard of Emory University has just completed a study on new recruits. His findings reveal that unless the military begins acting like a business, the problem will get worse.
There's certainly a budgetary constraint of how much we can afford to pay them, and thinking about the shift from when there was a draft, they could afford to provide a much lower level of salary and get the core people that they needed. Where now they have to try to compete for that in the marketplace, and it's much more difficult, and that's a very difficult problem for them to try to solve.
Lenard's findings show that the successful enlistee today is seeking, besides money, adventure, travel, and pride. The Marines promise all three. A look at how successful they are in attracting quality tomorrow. I'm Ernie Bjorkman.